Hello, my name is Alicia. I am a freshman at Dartmouth College right now, and I'm studying English. And what better way to celebrate the English language than to tell you my tier list of every book I've read in the past 2 years. So yeah, the title is a lie. It's not every romance book I've ever read, because I've been a reader for a very, very long time. That being said, you don't want to hear about my middle school loves of romance, because that would involve the After series. Go down very often. I wanted to give a little bit of an explanation on some of the books I chose. I feel like almost every book I read has some sort of romance plot, and we would be here forever if I chose every book that had a romance plot. I chose the books that have the main genre as romance. Let's get started. So the first one I have is People We Meet on Vacation. This one is by Emily Henry, and on Goodreads I rated it 3 out of 5 stars, which is kind of telling for me because I rate everything at least 4 to 5 if I just liked it. And if you get a 3 out of 5, that means I really did not like your book. I'm too kind to give you below that unless it's infuriating. This book is basically these childhood friends, I think they are. It's been like 2 years since I read it. But they're childhood friends, and every year used to go on vacation together, and they split off a few years ago for some reason, and then decided to go on one again. They had some sort of opportunity, and they go again, and the ball gets rolling. My Goodreads review of it is, quote unquote, "This book is utterly forgettable." So I'm gonna move it to why. Because why? Why was this made? Give me something good. This one is also not starting off very well. It is 1,000 Boy Kisses. Also gave 3 out of 5 stars. This one I remember a little bit more, but not that much, if I'm being honest, because it also wasn't that good. I'm going to read my Goodreads review for you, so you can know how I felt at the time of finishing it. This book is written like a fan fiction. It was really cringy at times, not gonna lie, but it had cute moments. One thing I hated though was the epilogue. Nowhere does it say that Rune died, he just did. It's so less believable because he was like 27 when he did. Normal 27-year-olds don't die out of nowhere. I totally forgot about that ending. Gave no explanation why he died. I like this book that much. It was really dragging on. It took me a long time to read. I'm gonna call this one unforgivable. Back on it, I really didn't like it. Next one is The Hating Game by Sally Rooney. Really did not like this book. I give it 3 out of 5 stars at the time. I would also rate it lower now. But this one, I remember it was just cringy, and I didn't get the hype why everyone liked it on TikTok. And also the movie wasn't good at all. Don't watch the movie. Why? I'm giving it why. Because seriously, do better. The next one is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. If I am anything, I am an Ali Hazelwood fan. I love her. I've read a few of her books in my time and a few of her like mini series. She never fails to make me laugh, and she never fails to give me an attractive main love interest, and that's really what matters in a romance book. Going back to 1,000 Boy Kisses, I did not think that the main character was attractive. Maybe it was because he was like really young, but let me tell you, I loved it. I thought it was so funny. She always makes me giggle and never fails at that. Literally, put this one and would read again. Actually, I think I might put it at 8 because I don't think that I would read it again, but I did like it. So it was just like, it was good. The next one is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I had to be convinced to read this book after the fiasco of People We Meet on Vacation. It was one of my friend's favorite books. I read it because I was like, fine, I'll give in, I'll read it. And I did end up really liking this one. 4 out of 5 stars, and I did write a Goodreads explanation. Little cringy that she was like, I only like my books when they end realistic and hate books with happy endings. And then the main characters end up together and a happy ending. It's very stereotypical, but if you're into that, then give it a read. So that being said, I would put it at 8. It was good, but I don't think I would read it again. The next one is Better Than the Movies. This one I rated at 4 out of 5, but in hindsight I would rate it 5 out of 5 because it was so good. I think about this book more than I thought I would, and my explanation on Goodreads was just Wes Bennett and that's the main love interest, and I loved the romance. This one made me giggle. This had references to Taylor Swift, and I love Taylor Swift. I think I'm gonna put this one under would read again because I have been debating reading it again. So the next one I'm gonna mention is Twisted Hate, enemies to lovers-ish? Enemies to fuck buddies, more like. I give this one 4 out of 5. It would be like a 3.5 out of 5. It was not a bad book. It was just very smutty. I don't know if smut's really like my main driving points when it comes to books. I prefer it when it adds to the plot, but this one was just smut. That was the plot. I liked the main characters. They were likable. I don't really remember this much. I have not thought about it. So I'm gonna put this one an 8 because it was just alright, you know. It was fine. The next book is Divine Rivals. This one was very popular on TikTok. I read it because I fell into the hole. I gave it 4 out of 5, but in hindsight I would rate it lower. Let me give you the Goodreads explanation. I enjoyed this book, although I could not get over how the couple went from hating each other to madly in love within like one chapter. Give me some suspense. I also really didn't like that they were supposed to be rivals. They were rivals for like a majority of the book, and then the next chapter, teeny tiny spoiler, they wanted to get married. And I didn't really like that. I didn't like the book that much. I liked the premise. It was a good premise, but it was a bad execution. I would not recommend this book at all. I don't think you should read it, and I'm not gonna read the second one because I didn't like it. I'm gonna put it under why. Next book I chose for the list is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I give this one 4 out of 5 stars, and I did really like the book. I thought it was entertaining. Of course, it made me giggle. All of her books do. She is really good at YA. It also deals with some like problems within the like emotional lives of each character. Goodreads explanation for this is, I enjoyed this book. Would I recommend? I guess. I just wasn't a fan of the modern media references. Not my forte in books. I am also slightly traumatized by the bet trope. Thank you, 8th grade after series obsession. Aside from that, I thought it was a cute, cheesy romance. Like I said in her other book, Better Than the Movies, it had a bunch of references, but this one felt a little bit forced. Like there was a little too many references to be comfortable. But like it was still fun. I think back on this book more than I thought I would as well. Lynn Painter does really good at the characters and scenes in this book that I still remember, and I read this a while ago. So I'm gonna get... I would read it again. Would I? Okay, I'm moving Love on the Brain because that one was better. Alright, the next one is Teken Mate by Ali Hazelwood. And again, I'm an Ali Hazelwood lover. And this one I think is her only YA book, the only one that I know of. I rated it at 5 out of 5. I really liked it. And this is my explanation. Did I predict the entire second act? Maybe. But I did thoroughly enjoy this book. Yes. I don't know what it is with me in enjoying entertainment about chess, but not actually liking to play chess itself. I can never get into learning how to play. But my god, does chess TV shows and books hook me. Notice this romance. The romance in this, nothing better than a grumpy sunshine. Grumpy sunshine makes my heart go round. Give it a 5 out of 5. So I would put it before Better Than the Movies. Next one is The Summer I Turned Pretty. This book, I like the show. I don't know if I would say I liked it more. There's some points in the show that I like better than the book, and there's some parts in the book that I like better than the show. So that is a little bit of a hard take to do, but I did dress up as Belly for Halloween last year, so I do have to say that I did enjoy it. I rated it 4 out of 5, and I have reread it. I've read it twice so far, so I have to say that I would read again. Right, the next one is Twisted Games. I severely did not like this book. It was recommended to me by one of my friends, Katie, and she's probably gonna hate that I'm talking bad about it. This book I rated on Goodreads as 3 out of 5, probably 2.5 out of 5 or 2.75 out of 5. It was not that good. Let me give you my Goodreads explanation. I can't let go of the fact that the two main characters are lovers and blood cousins. Like, is that not weird to the author or anybody else who reads these? There is too much sex in it to be excusable. Not to mention that anytime they almost have an actual bonding moment, they have sex. I'm all for a good sex scene, but it seems like the author just adds them because she wants the book to be deemed as spicy. You can have a spicy book as well as some romantic scenes, but don't make every single scene that is supposed to be romantic sexual. Romance isn't always sexual. I don't know if I would recommend reading this, but it was entertaining, so if you are into meaningless sex and incest, then by all means. I'm gonna put that one in unforgivable, and that's all I'm gonna say. The next is Powerless. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, but to be honest, I was being generous. I would give that 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't really like it, and I don't really remember anything about it. I met the author. I think that she's a very kind girl, and I know that this is a very popular book on TikTok because she like vlogged her whole experience writing it, and I'm sure maybe if I reread it I would enjoy it more, but the first time going around, like, I don't even remember the premise of the book. Why? After that, we have Just for the Summer. I literally finished this book a few days ago, and I did like it. I thought it was really fun. It was a fun summer romance as it's becoming fall here, so it's very not the time that I should have been reading this, but I did anyways, because who am I to judge, as I'm judging an entire list of things. It's by Abby Jimenez. A lot of people that I trust their knowledge of books really do like Abby Jimenez. I gave it a try and I did like the book. I think that one of my least favorite tropes in romance is insta love. I will say that that does seem to be a little bit present in this book. Be wary, but it's also excusable. I could like close my ears for the cringy moments, but also appreciate the good ones. That's for you to decide. I'm gonna put it in, I don't think I'd read it again, but I'm gonna put it in IT. Oh. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm just gonna talk about the last one. If you watched my last video, know that I love The Selection. It's my favorite book series of all time, and I love Carrot Cass, and she's amazing. So that one would be the only one that belongs in the God tier list, because, excuse me, that book is so good. Read it on your own time, tell me what you think, and I will love you forever if you love it. But if you don't like it, then don't tell me, because it'll just make me angry. All of the books I have for this little video. If you don't like my opinions, then don't say anything. There's no reason to spread hate. And if you do like my opinions and you agree, let me know more about it. Tell me why you agree in the comments below. I guess I'll see you next time. It was nice talking to you. I'll see you later. Follow me on Goodreads and Instagram and my TikTok. I made a book TikTok. Let me know if you want any different video ideas about books or college. Love to show you around. Okay. Bye.